Hi everyone, my name is Alexander Baranov, and I wanted to give a quick recap on the previously announced Warehouse mobile app for Dynamics 365 for operations. The app is coming out to replace the currently existing Warehouse mobile devices portal that is running as a separate service on IIS and can be accessed by Internet Explorer or any other browser on any device right now. This app was announced about a week before the new year, and last week there was a presentation of the app for the Yammer group, official MS Yammer group for warehouse and transportation management modules. And so for the people who don't have time to watch through the entire demo that runs over an hour, I did this quick recap because I was able to take a couple of screenshots just to give a quick explanation of what's coming. So these are the highlights for the new app. Brief bullet points. The new app will be released with the next release of Dynamics 365. They are going through the very final motions on getting approval from Google Play Store. And well, I guess for Windows 10 they just wait until the app will be released for Google Play. And it will be available in Windows 10 and Android on Windows 10 and Android devices. Android will be supported starting from KitKat version and all further. The app will run all the same warehouse operations as it runs now on the Warehouse Mobile Device Portal, WMDP. And it will use all the existing X++ business logic for the mobile device portal. So the important part is that Microsoft is going to discontinue the use of WMDP in Dynamics 365. Well, any current implementations, they still will support them. If someone is already in process of implementation on update 2 or update 1, then of course they will support WMDP, and then they will continue to support WMDP for AX12 since they don't have any current plans to backport the app for the Dynamics 2012. Well, here is a list of devices on which they have tested the app. By devices, well, when I'm talking about devices, I mean first and foremost the scanner devices that are used in warehouse processes all around the industry. So they are working in close collaboration with Honeywell and Zebra, two leading manufacturers of scanning devices. They don't have any specific recommendations right now, but they have a list of devices that they used for testing and that they asked other end users to test on. And here is a brief overview of what these devices are about and which screens they use. So it was asked in the Yammer group if if Jelly Bean devices are supported, because there is some specific Zebra Jelly Bean device, but they replied that, well, it's not supported and its screen is smaller than TC8000, even smaller than 4 inches, so they actually don't expect it to work at all, or don't expect the user experience to be anywhere close to the expected, so they just don't have the plans to support it. And currently there is no APK to be released, so no standalone app will be released, only devices connected to Google Play Store are supposed to be supported, at least for now. Also, they have no immediate plans to release iOS app because they don't know if it's really needed. It was requested in the Yammer group, but they don't know the demand, but they say that the app can be quickly ported to iOS if needed, so it's not a technical issue. It's just to understand if it's needed at all. And of course, it will work on any phones, starting from Android 4.4. It just, well, on the phones you actually don't have a scanner to scan the barcodes and stuff like that. But what you can do is you can use any external scanning utility and use wedge keyboard to input values into the screen. So, and they say that they have tested wedge keyboards. These are virtual scanning applications, and they actually work. So here we can see changed visual design to the right. To the left we can see a photo of a scanner with a mobile device portal open. The version that's currently in Dynamics 365 and in AX 2012. To the right we can see another device with a mobile app open on it. You can see that it uses a new approach. It uses the same approach as Dynamics 365 itself, with possibility to set up patterns for forms. So this is what they call task and details, and it's it's the main form pattern that they're going to use for the mobile app. Here is a screen of login page. Just to explain it, to the left we can see a mobile app that is started on Windows 10 laptop. So since it's Windows 10, it can be run both on laptop and on a mobile device without any constraints. And to the right we can see an Android version that is run through or presented through an emulator. So it's actually run on another device that's sitting close to the presenter, but he's transmitting it to his screen by some software. And just to compare, this screen contains, to the left it's a login page, and to the right it's a main menu, or well, the menu look. So here you can see possibilities for configuring the mobile app itself. You can set up font scaling, layout scaling. You can also select the company or the legal entity to which your device can connect. It's also in device in app-related settings. In AX, you can actually configure different. You can change the names, you can change the input type. Some of them are predefined and cannot be changed, but some of them are still configurable. You can actually change something like batch number. So instead of alphanumeric values, you could allow only numeric values in it. Just to be clear, batch, preferred input scanning, and input type is alphanumeric, but you can change it to numeric values if your batches are only numeric values. So that gives you additional validation possibility, which is nice. I just don't know how useful it is. in the general population of AX clients. And this is an interesting thing that, I mean, we will talk a little bit more about it when we will see the flows. But this thing, this form allows you to configure priority for the fields. So the first priority will be always displayed in the task screen. So I'll remind you that now the screen will be divided between task and details. So the higher the priority, the more important you consider this field to be displayed for the user. I'll talk more about it later. This is an example and at the same time a comparison of look in the mobile app to the left, and to the right it's emulator from within the AX itself. This emulator is actually, it looks more or less like the WMDP version. So we can see that once we start the flow, in the mobile app, we will get only the first field available for us. So as you say, it's a as you see right now, it's a focus for scanning. So it's a focus for scanning PONUM only. To the right, we can see that previously we were able to view all the fields at once that were on the form. And they consider it a better approach since it allows you to focus on the task at hand and not bother about all the other fields. Well, and it's kind of true because all of them will be overwritten by values that could be pulled from purchase order. So the fact that you can actually see right away the quantity and unit doesn't give you any value at all. So this approach, the new approach, seems better to me already. And here we can see that once we have scanned, by scanning, I mean in the emulator we have entered the number and clicked OK or enter, and in the app we have scanned. We could also enter it manually, but for example, we have scanned it from the barcode. We have scanned the PO number from the barcode, and now we have moved to the next step to scan item. And you can see that down there, we see that the 51 is actually our purchase order number. So the bottom part, it's built up of relevant and important values that you have already entered. And the top part, it shows you the previously entered field. So right now you can see the same order number in both places because you have just entered it. That's why it's on top. And you can see it down below because you have selected it in app field configuration actually. That you want this field to be displayed because it's an important field and it needs to be there for the user. Previously, you had no such option for configuration. You had only something that was developed by the developer for this flow. Here you can see some additional examples of UI elements. For example, to the left, if you tap on menu, you will get access to several buttons that in the previous version were available right in the same screen in the bottom of it. And in the middle, you can see an example where instead of scanning, we have decided to override it and enter the PO number manually from keyboard. So as you see, it's an standard Android keyboard, Google keyboard. And here is actually an example of how the app looks on full screen. If you install it on Windows 10 laptop and expand it, as you see here, the pattern is automatically transformed from task details into one wide screen that contains both task details and also additional place for image. Since it's the first step of the process, here we don't see anything. We see only place for PO number entering, so everything else is supposed to be dragged from the system once we enter PO number and item details and any additional info that we may need. And here you can see an example of the screen where we have already entered PO number and scanned the item number. Here we can see the image for the item, additional info about the item itself, units of measures, etc., etc. If it were a mobile device screen, we would be able to see only the left part. The middle and the right part would be together in the details tab. So the left one would be the task tab. Here we can see several examples of cell-speaking screens. To the left you can see a work list that is now represented by tiles, so that all the information that is relevant for work is combined into a tile. This information can be configured on the menu item itself, as before. Once we scan or once we select a work ID in the work list, we go into the cell-speaking steps. Here you can see an example where we have configured location confirmation, so that even if we have a hint or if we have a suggestion of where to go, we still need to scan either the location ID or check digits for this location. And here you can see information on what we need to pick in this location. Here you can see is that we have already scanned pallet ID or license plate ID, and we can use plus and minus controls to the left and to the right of QTI in order to actually select how many cartons we need to pick. Or we can enter this field and input value manually if it's a high value like 50 or something like that. And so this is the step, the details step, where we can see everything that we need, so that we have picked 5 pieces from this pallet and we need to put it into bay door, etc., etc., etc. And this is the representation of cell-speaking screen in full screen mode. Here you can see it, actually the picking step to the left, that we need to go to this location, scan something there to confirm, either check digital location ID. Then we have an editable step. So that's how we display an editable control, an editable field for the license plate ID, and other information on what to pick. And this is the instructions for the put step. It says deliver order to this location, bay door, number, item, and stuff like that. So that was it. Please don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions by email. You can also follow official supply chain blog by Microsoft, and some information is supposed to be released there on the app or on its capabilities. You can also check the app itself and download it for your Windows 10 device. It was released on the 18th of January for Windows 10 only for now. And you can follow the link to see how to configure connection to the app from your AX environment. Also, many thanks to Markus Fogelberg from Microsoft for the initial demo and for the invite. So that was it. Bye bye. Thanks for listening.